Hi there, this is Beautiful Ether, and I wanted to share this map that I bought. It is the air map of the world, polar azimuthal equidistance projection. And as you can see here, you just see red lines everywhere of, what's to take place in this world. And I believe that this is prophetic, according to scriptures in the Bible. And it says here, the explanation of projection. This map is made on the North Polar Azimuthal Equidistance projection. This means that the world has been projected on a plane tangent to the North Pole, with the parallels of latitude as concentric circles equally spaced from the pole outward. The meridians of longitude are straight lines radiating from the pole. Every point on the map has a true direction or azimuth from the pole and or sol, also a true distance from the pole. Since it is impossible to spread the surface of a globe on a flat surface without distortion, all maps are distorted in some respects. In this map, the distortion occurs in the east and west distances. This distortion increases gradually from the North Pole to the equator, and then quite rapidly to the outer limits. The distortion of the Antarctic land areas would be so great that these are not shown. The amount of distortion in east and west distances may be estimated from the scales in the panel below. The length of the meridians is the same as it would be on a globe. Therefore, north and south distances are true. On this projection, the large land masses surrounding the North Pole are reasonably true in shape and relationship. So the map is excellent for studying the possibilities of global war strategy based on trans-Arctic air transport. And here again, this is showing the latitude and longitude scales, statute miles, the North Pole, the equator, number of miles in each 10 degree of longitude. And then when we go here, it says Global War Strategy Map. Much of the strategy of this war is based upon the modern airplane. Its speed, size, and dependability permit military operations across areas impassable to surface transport. The great land areas of the world are grouped around the North Pole. The shortest routes between many of the world's great centers lies across polar regions. Conventional maps do not bring out these facts. They do not show the transpolar relationship of the continents. In many ways, they are gradually misleading. This map has the North Pole as its center. It is in the air strategy map. It clearly indicates the immense savings of distance which air transport would make possible. It shows the reason why the world powers are fighting for and building air bases in the Arctic regions. Study of this map also shows why there is much concern over post-war control of the air. The use of transport planes will undoubtedly alter the movement of the world's commerce. The nation controlling the vital bases will control the world's air commerce. The airplane has redrawn the map of the world. It has changed its size and shape, made us look at the world from a new viewpoint. And then, looking down here, it says, for airline distances are indicated by the red figures above and below the straight red lines joining the principal cities and air bases. In studying the map, it must be remembered that these lines are not intended to show air routes in actual operation. In time of war, actual air routes are military secrets. However, it is common knowledge that many of these routes closely approximating them are in service. It is well known, too, that many Arctic region bases have been developed and that others are in the process of completion. Unquestionably, many Arctic routes are in regular operation. To avoid confusion, straight lines have been used to indicate air distances. Actually, the shortest distances between most of the points would not be straight lines on the map, but would be arcs of great circles. Only lines running exactly north and south would remain straight. All other great circles shortest distance routes would curve to the south. All air distances are given institute miles. If these distances are compared with sea route distances from other sources, it must be remembered that sea route distances are given in nautical miles. A nautical mile equals 1.15 miles. So here, if you look at all the red lines of this map and what their plans are, this is everything. All the way to South America, then you have the United States, and then the Arctic region. What I found interesting about this is here we have the known Bering Strait, and this is where Alaska is. And then here's the North Pole. And then we have Denmark, and if you look at the names, Godhaven, God the, Setproven, and then there's Cape Farewell, and then there's the Denmark Strait. And what I found interesting was how here it says Archangel. And it's right where this area, these areas where Leningrad, Helsinki, Finland, Moscow, and all those areas are. And then when you come over here, I also found this to be interesting. It says, where did it go? There it is, I found it. Pardon me. Here it says New Ireland, and then it has Arc above it. And then it also says here, Arc. But those are the only places that I found where it says that. And I guess maybe because I'm thinking of how over here back it says Archangel. If there's some kind of connection with that, I don't know. Because if you look at the distances, I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, this is a map that I just wanted to share. And here it is. When I turn it, here's what it looks like. So, I found this map on Amazon.com. So, yeah, thanks.